for being here today. I appreciate all of you guys' support. I'm very, very devastated behind this. We were yesterday, he had came home from work. He picked me up after leaving his mom's house. We got pulled over allegedly for what the officer said was a broken headlight on the passenger side. As the officer pulled us all over to the side of the road, there was two officers. There was an Asian male, which was on Philando's side of the driver's side, and there was a Caucasian white man on my side. The officer asked for license and registration. As my boyfriend Philando went to reach for his identification, which he always kept in his right backside pocket, he began to let the officer know that he was concealed and carried. He was armed. As he began to get himself back comfortable from constantly being asked for identification and registration, the officer let off shots. Not one shot, not two shots, not three shots, not four shots, but 5 shots!
Listen.
For no reason. How can one man put his hands in the air and reach for identification at the same time as he is telling you that he is armed? He was having difficulty. It was in the holster in his pants when they removed her from the car, as was his wallet in his back pocket. They did not check for pulse on the scene of the crime. They did not make sure that he was breathing. They instantly rushed their colleague off to the side where they comforted him, where he began to mourn and cry, "Oh my God, I can't believe this.
What I did!"
We heard it.
He asked, let me tell you guys again, we were pulled over for alleged broken headlight. He asked us, did we know? And we stated that we did not know. We were unaware. At the time, he asked for license and registration. As Philando began to have difficulties reaching for his identification because of his concealed firearm on his person, he told the man very calmly and very respectfully that he was carried. He began to yell, "Don't move! Don't move!" as he was already moving to get his identification.
Murderer.
This is unacceptable that he would come to the car. He seemed very frantic. He seemed very nervous. But he still had no right to bear arms on an innocent man in front of his girlfriend and her child. They make so many excuses. They took me off the scene. They took my phone. They didn't feed us. They manipulated me to go to the station where they agreed to feed us and give us water, and they didn't. They handcuffed us. They put us, me and my daughter, in a room until the BCA came and questioned me, where they separated myself and my daughter.
Oh my God.
I did not leave. They took over my Facebook page.
Yes, they did.
After the video was posted,
You disappeared for hours.
I was gone because I was in the Roseville precinct. When I got there, there were not one officer in sight. The precinct was closed. No one came to ask me questions. I waited and I waited and I asked many questions. I asked, was he dead? They told me he was at Regents. When I tried to get to Regents, he was never at Regents. He was at because he was transported to HCMC. And had possibly he was at Regents, he could have survived.
That's right. If they would have helped him, he would have survived.
But the officer at hand wrongfully fired his weapon when he asked for license and registration. If it's okay for a community to be concealed with license, why is it okay for an officer to bear arms for no reason when stating out of his mouth, I have a firearm? He volunteered that information. The officer didn't know. He didn't know that he had a firearm until he had difficulties reaching in his right pocket to get his wallet.
How were you treated?
I was treated like a criminal. I was treated like I was the one who did this. They were very, very racist towards me. They treated me like this was my fault. They tried to switch up my words in investigation. They tried to say they needed more investigation. But what more proof do you need? What more proof do you need? Your officer bare arms on an innocent man for asking for license and registration.
How did the officer respond after the shooting?
He was crying. He was frantic and very, very nervous.
We heard it.
We've seen it.
As you guys seen on the video, I was not able to get the actual shooting because I did not want that horrible act to be on social media because they already tried to remove it. I just wanted the truth. I wanted everyone across America and everyone in our city, our state where we reside to know that our people, police, who are supposed to serve and protect us, are the ones that are killing us off.
Right. It's a setup.
I feel like I need justice. The officer at hand that did this should not be getting any type of pay. Leave, no pay.
No pay.
He definitely should be behind bars.
Yes.
Because the man was not only took from his family who loved him, he was took from the community.
That's right.
Many of you guys as kids probably go to the school in which he worked at.
Yes.
Many of you guys as kids knew this man.
Yes.
He was loving. He was caring. He stayed home. He went to work and he took care of his business.
Yes.
So for a police officer to come about and take this man away is unreal. It's unreal and it's definitely unacceptable. And we definitely need justice, and we definitely would not have peace, Governor.
Nope. None. None.
What's your message to the police?
We need to come forward and admit what he did. Be a man about it.
We need an apology. We don't even want his apology.
We've seen it on camera. We want justice. He needs to be charged as murder. Exactly.
What would you say to that police officer?
I don't have anything to say to the police
Let's
officers.
give Diamond Reynolds another round of applause for her courage. She has her little angel here. Earlier today when she came, we said, how did you remain so calm? She said it was because of her daughter. Her daughter helped her remain calm and told her, I'm here with you, Mom. So let's give this little baby a round of applause. Make sure you're praying for this baby because she witnessed a very traumatic incident. We need our prayers and our love.
Can you ask how long it took to get medical attention, and also if it's police who initially deleted that video?
They deleted the video.
Did they destroy your phone?
They took my phone away. One of the officers stated that she was going to put my phone on the charger so that I can have my phone throughout the whole thing. And once they transported me from 3 different cars. I constantly kept begging for my property. Where once I got to the precinct, they told me that I would not be able to retrieve my phone because they needed it for police evidence. I began to tell them that live videos was not saved to my SD card because it was an iPhone, and they still took over my Facebook and tried to take the video down so that they could manipulate and tamper with evidence. It took at least 15 minutes for the paramedics to come, and even still when they came, before they never checked his pulse to see if he was still breathing or if he wasn't, as they rushed him away in the paramedics after he was already dead on the scene.
All witnessed his last breath. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
We watched it.
So with that,